Hey everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We are logged into the PilotEdge ATC network, and I love doing these because it helps me think about flights a little bit more in detail. So we're going to do a debrief from the flight that Julia and I did on Sunday. It was John Wayne to Santa Monica via the Special Flight Rules transition. We dive bombed into Santa Monica off that transition, which was super fun, and then we continued to Riverside back into John Wayne. Did a nice big loop. We're going to focus on the Santa Monica portion here first. But it was a really good flight. I challenged Julia to be on the radios the entire flight, so I can't wait to show that video once I get the cockpit footage edited together. But once we land at Santa Monica, we'll take a look at the 360 footage from the flight and just kind of compare it to how Microsoft looks. This is a little peek of what it looks like on the 360 camera here. This is just the takeoff from John Wayne. The weather right now has the winds going in the opposite direction, so we'll be taking off reverse flow from John Wayne. The winds are pretty calm at Santa Monica, so we'll request runway 21 just to get the same arrival in there with a little bit of a tailwind. I think that should be fine. So this is going to be fun to look through this. I haven't gone through this footage yet, so I'm excited to see how it looks dropping into Santa Monica off the Special Flight Rules transition, which is 4,500 feet. And I have the gyro updated here, so it's actually, I'm able to control this much better, which is really fun to do. And it's just like the sim camera. So excited to go through that, but we won't do that until we have landed back at Santa Monica. So this will be pretty sweet. So we've done a run up. We've done everything we need to do to get ready for this flight. So let's get back in here and call up ground. Let them know that we are ready to go. This is awesome. John Wayne ground, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, continue.
204 Lima John Wayne ground away 2 left, taxi via Bravo Delta.
Bravo Delta 2 left, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo. Yeah, Phil, it's awesome. I love those early turnouts. Neil, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. Okay, woo. The winds are, the Santa Anas are picking up the last couple days. They haven't been very strong. I would love to do this in real life, use the twos, but one of these days I will. I'm going to do some pattern work on the twos, which would be super fun. All right, so here we go. 2 left. We're going to be on the 220 heading. So everything is the same. We're just obviously departing in the opposite direction. So once we double back, we will be heading to Huntington Beach Pier, basically. Let's switch over to Tower, and then 28.1 is our departure frequency. 28.1, and okay. There we go. John Wayne Tower, good evening. Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, holding short to 2 left at Delta.
204 Lima Echo, John Wayne Tower, runway 2 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 2 left, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo. All right, lights. Camera looks good. Action full, mixture full. Clear to the right. We checked the left. Sunday was beautiful. Sunday was a perfect day.
Approaching runway 02 left.
Not a single bump.
Entered runway 02 left. 5,600 feet remaining.
It was a little bit busy in the morning when we during the first leg to Santa Monica, but after that it was pretty quiet. Yeah, this is so weird even in the simulator doing this. The twos. Okay, we have everything is in the green. Airspeed is alive.
St. Louis Tower, Skyhawk.
A little wonkiness there.
Final runway.
What's up, CBG? Happy Tuesday.
Go by 29, clear to land.
29, clear to land. Skyhawk 4 Tango Golf.
Looks pretty good. I was supposed to do solo pattern work today, and the wind switched to tailwind at Hawthorne. Oh, and Hawthorne doesn't reverse the runways very quickly. Yeah, that's, you don't want to be doing that too early. That's for sure. Tailwind, it's amazing how much faster you're going over the runway with the tailwind. And we're gonna be hitting the tailwind right here, so our ground speed is going to be pretty crazy. Yeah, we're doing about 100 over the ground right now. But other than
204 Lima Echo, contact SoCal departure, see.
SoCal departure, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, see ya. Yeah, if they switch without LAX switching, what a mess.
Buddy.
White Lake, thank you so much for 23 months. That is freaking awesome, man. Happy Tuesday. Cheers, White Lake. Thank you, sir. SoCal approach, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, 1,300 climbing restricted, 220 heading.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Goldsy.
204 Lima Echo, SoCal approach, John Wayne altimeter 29er. You can cancel altitude restriction and resume on navigation.
29er canceling altitude restriction, ONAV, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo. Oh, look at that. Looks so good, man.
If you guys do like these videos, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel.
Yes, this stream is brought to you unbeknownst to him by Steve-O, who does ask you to subscribe to the channel. So awesome. All right, climbing up to 4,500, which is the special flight rules altitude per the published transition. Take a peek right there. We've done that a million times, but there it is anyway if it's new to you. I am not trying to go to the airlines, no. Yeah, I think ideally we'll be part-time in some sort of charter situation. But otherwise just doing it for fun, man. Yeah, Goldsy, yeah, SFRA. Goldsy, wait till you hear Julia's radio work when I finish editing this video. It's pretty sweet. Let's prepare for the transition a little bit. Julia is not here at the moment, but she says hi. She says hi, Goldsy. It was such a fun time, man. I'm really excited to get that video edited because it was really cool to see the usefulness of PilotEdge and the sim in a real world scenario. In a real world scenario with somebody other than myself. Julia and I practiced the night before on PilotEdge, and she said afterwards, she was like, she said she was really happy that that we did that because it made it so much easier on her. It was still stressful for her, but trying to listen to that mixture. But she said that she was really, really glad that we did that. It made a huge difference. Obviously, it's extra helpful when it's your airspace to brief a flight like that on PilotEdge. It was the same frequencies, the same radials and location and routing and all that stuff. So everything was exactly the same. But even just going through a flight that's similar, obviously there's really no flight like John Wayne Santa Monica in the real world other than John Wayne Santa Monica. So, some of these things that are unique to SoCal are therefore on PilotEdge as well. Not to say that there aren't other special flight rules and other transitions, but it's definitely a unique flight to recreate. So we're lucky that we're able to have that option. But just to see somebody who's not a pilot practice on PilotEdge doing the radio calls and then having it translate into the real plane right away is really cool. Yeah, it for sure is a bonus, but it's definitely not necessary to gain the benefits from the practice, for sure.
273 Tango, connect Alpha.
Look at the tech, that just looks insane. I freaking love that. It's so much better than X-Plane, the water texture and lighting and reflections. It's really crazy. Popped up a little too high there. Alright, let's get on the autopilot here, heading, altitude. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to be waiting for the radial to come in. This is, God, it's just so crazy. It's just right where we were. Not as many cargo ships out there, but that is so cool. God, it's so cool. Freaking awesome, man. Looks freaking awesome. Hit those speeds, 250, and keep trimming like crazy, and you should be good to go. So the other thing that is kind of cool that one of the other cool things that we talked about when we were briefing this flight the night before was this radial, and I was showing her on the actual transition plate what we were looking at, and we have that radial that we're trying to intercept, and then when we put the frequency of that radial in the nav frequency, that shows our relationship to the radial, and we're trying to intercept that. I hope your life jacket is under the seat. We do not need a life jacket. We are perfectly fine out here. So being able to show her a concept like VORs and then in the simulator in a controlled environment and then show it to her in the plane and have it come, like watching the needle come in, was really cool. And I don't know if it's stuck. I don't know if she really thought about it too much, but it made sense to her, and I think it was confirmed that it's a good way to show stuff like that, even along with the radios. So having your co-pilot, significant other, whoever's flying with you, just have some idea of what is going on and being able to help, and just have some concept of how to navigate, where we're going, what the route is, and how to run the radios, just in case it makes all the difference. Oh yeah, we're well. There's no wet footprint. Yeah, the wet footprint that we have would be like way at this altitude would be way out there. Maybe not way out there, but out there enough. It's a pretty busy shipping lane as well. But yeah, there you can see right there that we do not have a wet footprint at any point in that transition. There have been times when it did have a wet footprint, but when it's pretty busy, it's a calculated risk for sure. What's up, Max? How's it going?
Pull up.
Well, yeah, the Dice, there is a ratio. There's actually a glide ratio, and ForeFlight will calculate that for you. So that's what that green little circle is. Yeah, Wolf. So a wet footprint is the describes the describes the amount of time or area that if you have an engine go out, you will get wet. So if you have a wet footprint, that just means that if the engine does go out, you are not gliding distance from any land, basically. So you want to minimize your wet footprint as much as possible. So going to Catalina, go to Point Furman before heading across, or go higher. There's a bunch of different methods to do that, but you want to minimize your wet footprint. And when we do go to Catalina, it's like, a couple of, like 30 seconds, minute and a half, something like that, where we do have a wet footprint. And when you're in a time frame that's that small, you're talking about maybe 500
Destination
1,000
ATIS is
feet
119.15.
From land, so it's really not too bad. But a calculated risk nonetheless. Okay, we have information kilo. SoCal approach, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo. I would like to cancel flight following for the transition.
Sky 204 Lima Echo, ready to terminate, squawk VFR, and frequency change approved. See you later.
Squawk and VFR, frequency change approved. Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo. We'll see ya. What's up, Ablars? Happy Tuesday. So squawking 1201. We're going to switch over to our CTAF. And we're good. Special flight rules traffic. Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo 4500 northbound over Long Beach Harbor. Special flight rules. Yeah, 1201 is the squawk code for the transition. If you read the actual published transition, you'll see the particulars, and that is one of them. So prior to entering, you need to squawk 1201, and that lets SoCal know. Well, not SoCal. LA Tower really lets them know that you're in the transition. They're really not going to bother you unless you're doing something really stupid. As long as you're at the right altitude, they're really not going to bother you for any particular reason. But yeah, that is part of the transition. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's a confusing one, especially if you're looking at it for the first time. If you're a student pilot, it's a bizarre thing to see, but that is the purpose of it. It's VFR, but hey, I know I'm in your Bravo. I've read the plate. It's kind of like if you guys are familiar with the stories about rock bands with their riders, where they will have something weird in there, like we only want brown M&Ms or something goofy like that. The reason they do that is not because they actually want brown M&Ms. It's they put that in there to see if whoever is doing the writer is paying attention. And if they walk into the dressing room, the green room, and see that there are brown M&Ms, they know that everything else has been taken care of. If not, they know to look out for stuff. So that's kind of, it's like if you're squawking 1201, they really don't have to pay attention to you at all. So, Little Torrance. Special flight rules traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo 4,500 northbound, Abeam Torrance. Special flight rules. Yeah, no Bonanza tonight. We're doing a little 180 horsepower, buzzing around nice and slow. Yeah. No, special flight rules is not special VFR. No, it's a transition through a Bravo corridor, typically. But yeah, different than a special VFR clearance. That is weather related. And what did we have? We had information kilo at Santa Monica. So now let's get, I'm gonna have Santa Monica Tower in here ready to go. And we're gonna request 2-1 just to make this match exactly. It's a quick flight. I think we only put on 0.5, including taxiing and run up, and a much longer taxi at John Wayne as well. And we only put 0.5 to get to Santa Monica, which was pretty efficient. Special flight rules traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo 4,500 northbound, approaching Hawthorne 405 interchange. Special flight rules. There's really nothing special about it, Phil, but it is pretty fun. It's really fun. There's a couple of things you want to be careful of in doing it, but overall you just pull the power, and I was just in a full slip all the way down. Hopefully it'll be easy to see, or easy enough to see, but yeah, and it was cool to have Julia talk on CTAF as well, and have some communication with other pilots, which was pretty cool. Kind of was a good way to show her the different communication techniques. It's not just ATC and really formal or whatever. It's hey man, we got you in sight. How fast are you guys going? Like it's kind of informal, which cool. It's cool to give her some practice with that as well. Yeah, right. Downwind. Yeah, I'll show you for sure both. We'll see both, but it's yeah. I mean, it's just you just slip and land. Really. I mean, it's not. It wasn't that busy, but essentially you just land. There, you ask for whatever you want, whatever you need. You can spiral down, you can extend. We were actually told we could extend as much as we needed. But there's no secret to it. However you want to get down safely and efficiently or whatever, do it. Like I was behind an A5, an Icon A5. Dude just put in full flaps and pointed the nose straight down, like straight off. Like he entered a left base. So that thing is so draggy that he was just able to point the nose right down and make it work. We were not able to really do that well, so we, had to extend a little bit. But yeah, whatever your plane can do, just do it. Special flight rules traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo 4,500 northbound, approaching Hawthorne Freeway. Special flight rules. This is so This sim looks freaking awesome. I like it more and more every time I load it up. Every time something new plugin comes out or something, I think it's going to be great. It is already great, and I'm probably a little bit skewed by the fact that mine actually runs now. But no, I won't uninstall X-Plane, but it runs for me, and it runs fine. But every time I load it up, I'm like, God, this is really pretty, and I try to add a new plugin every time I load it up, and it just gets better and better. What's the special flight rules? Just do what you want? No. I'm saying the landing into Santa Monica is do what you want. Not special flight rules. Special flight rules traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo 4500 northbound over LAX, North LAX complex, special flight rules. Special flight rules traffic, Skyhawk will be landing at Santa Monica. We'll do one more call, special flight rules. I read they'll have IFR sorted out by February, 2 more updates to go. We'll see. There's some actual like UI functionality stuff that I prefer X-Plane over this, with just the way the dials are interacting, but it's awesome. Okay, so we're almost through the Bravo. You can see here we're just coming up to being outside of the Bravo, and then we can kind of do whatever we want from there. So we'll give Bologna Creek, and then we'll do a last call, and then we will dump her into Santa Monica. See how close I can get this descent to what we did on Sunday. Special flight rules traffic, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo 4500 northbound over Bologna Creek landing Santa Monica, last call, special flight rules. What's up, Stan? So we were pretty much overhead by the time we were talking a little bit, and kind of got delayed in reaching calling Santa Monica. So let's see. Let's see how we can do this. And it was information. What did we say it was? Kilo. Information kilo. Santa Monica Tower, good evening, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo 4500 just overhead off the special flight rules. Got information kilo, full stop.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Goldsy.
204 Lima Echo, Santa Monica Tower. You cross overhead the field and are right down, runway 21.
Right downwind 21, crossing overhead, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo. So there we go. It is just full rudder. Flaps are down. First notch of flaps, at least in the Skyhawk. The Cherokee, you can go full flaps. When you're within flap operating range, you just go full flaps.
Pull up.
But we're power idle here. I'll get the mixture coming in. Geo Jin Kid, thank you very much for following. Welcome. I gave Julie the controls a little bit as well, just so she can feel like what full rudder looks like. But this is basically all you do. Geo, I fly at 172. Archer PA-28, sometimes Bonanza A-36, but there's no Piper in Microsoft right now, and I wanted to check out the new VTOL simulation Santa Monica update, so I am in the Skyhawk right now. No, I'm not really a VR person. Yeah, Phil. Yeah, the rudder pedal is still broken. The toe thing, but it's fine. So this is actually falling out of the sky a lot faster than I thought. We had to go way out by
4 Lima Echo, wind 320 at 3, runway 21, clear to land.
Clear to land 21, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo. All the way over to Nakatomi Plaza. So this is keeping it really pretty tight. Yeah, VR is fun. It's just not conducive to what I like doing in the sim. Okay, and our flap range is good. Lights are all on. Mixture is full rich. Fuel is good. There is the field. Scenery looks freaking awesome. Let's see if I've overshot the field a little bit. Yep, I did, of course. Okay. I know they really should rename it. That'd be awesome. And just all the way down. So I'm full idle here. Now in the real plane, you know, I do a little power check. Just give it a little squirt of power to make sure that the engine is still there and you're not just windmilling it in case, you know, something was to go wrong. You know, here we know that the engine's still running, but it looks good. The shortened runway looks good. I let it float a little bit. I hadn't flown that plane in a while, so I let it. It wasn't a great landing, but it was. Oh crap! It was good enough for what we were doing. There's the aforementioned broken rudder pedals, though, and this should be. Bravo 4, I believe, right? Bravo 3, Bravo 3. Yeah. What's the second greatest Christmas movie after Die Hard, Stan? Santa Monica Tower, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, clear 21 at Bravo 3. We are parked at Transient.
204 Lima Echo, roger, ramp at Bravo, and remain this frequency.
Ramp via Bravo will stay with you. Bonanza, Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo.
Threw me off there. I was expecting the taxi back.
We will eventually. Well, there it is. I mean, that is obviously, like, with the real plane, the real flight is a little bit more. I mean, it's in the sim. That's pretty quick. There's no stakes. You just kind of let it rip. But it's a really fun flight because you get the busy Charlie Airport departure, you get the Bravo transition, you get the special flight rules, you know, uncontrolled aspect, you get the Delta, you get a cool approach. It's a very simple airport. There's nothing particularly difficult about the airport itself, the runway itself. The shortened runway doesn't change anything with us. But being 4,500 feet directly above the field and then having to just dive bomb in makes it way fun and turns it from kind of just like a local, you know, Delta airport flight to this is pretty rad. So I'm glad we did this, and I think we'll do it again because it's a fun flight. It's a really fun flight. And here is Transient. Yeah, unless you're, yeah. Well, then that's why I made the you know, the caveat of for us. It's not a big deal for us, but yeah, coming in with a jet, it is definitely spicy town. A friend of mine who flies a Falcon in and out of Santa Monica. We were texting after we had landed, and he saw that we were there, and he was like, "Man, you should watch us try to land a Falcon in there." I mean, it's just slam it down on the numbers and hang on for dear life, which is pretty funny. And hello, Max. Happy whatever day it is. What day is it? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. Okay. I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I can't even tell you. So I am going to we're gonna debrief this landing, but I'm gonna give you while I'm hitting the lav here, I'm gonna give you an external shot coming over LAX here. Hello, Max. I'll be right back in just a second, but this is approaching LAX right here, and then we'll talk about the descent into Santa Monica, which was super fun. All right, so check that out. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, so if I had used the bathroom in 172 mid-flight, you'd find something. Hopefully, you had like a water bottle or something with you. I'm sure if you have flown enough times long distances and small planes like that, you've probably had a story or two peeing in a Gatorade bottle or something. That's funny. You could, if they let you. You just have to ask. That would be an expensive bathroom break. You'd be parked right over there. Yeah, it's so cool, man. Flying over LAX, it is a pretty rad thing to do. I cannot say that it gets old. The hinged windows, yeah, that would get pretty messy, man. That would get pretty messy. So we left it past Bologna Creek. I think we made the radio call, or I should say Julia made the radio call when we were just over like just to the south of Santa Monica. Try to sneak in here and see if I can pull a quick little audio clip.
We are nearly out of the Bravo. Okay, you ready?
All right, I'll try to sync this one up. It's gonna be kind of close. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works.
And go.
Special flight rules, Cherokee 83364, 4,500, Bologna Creek, full stop, Santa Monica, special flight rules.
Yeah, say last call. Like last call, we're landing Santa Monica, special flight rules.
I have to...
Yeah.
Charlie, special flight rules, Cherokee 2900, Sierra, northbound 4,500, over the Imperial Highway, special flight rules.
Yeah, say this is say last call, Cherokee 364, last call, landing Santa Monica.
Oh, food poisoning, that is the worst.
Flight rules, Cherokee 83364, last call, landing Santa Monica, special flight rules.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to Santa Monica Tower, pull the power back, and call up Santa Monica and tell them we have India tell them our altitude, and we are leaving the special flight rules.
This is a funny transmission
just
that she
off
does
of,
here.
yeah, we're overhead.
Tower 6817 Quebec, holding short 21, special flight rules.
6817 Quebec, Santa Monica Tower, right turn to the short line approved, runway 21, clear for takeoff.
Okay.
21, clear for takeoff, 71 Quebec.
Okay.
We're a little out of sync here. I'm gonna pause this. See if we can sync it up.
We're just overhead with information India. Full stop.
Santa Monica Tower.
Yep.
Poor Julia, look at her.
Overhead
Yeah.
She's just like,
with India full stop.
Yep.
Santa Monica Tower, Cherokee 83364, just overhead with information India full stop 83364.
Cherokee 83364, Santa Monica Tower, enter right downwind for runway 21.
Enter right downwind for 21 83364.
Beautiful. Okay. Get our
perfect.
descent.
Like, how good is that, man?
What?
That was Noel.
21 83364.
Listen to this.
Beautiful. Okay. Get our descent. Power. Say hi.
You couldn't hear it.
That was
Said hi,
Noel.
Julia.
Oh,
5. So there's 21. So there's the airport.
yeah.
All right, so we'll shut us up there. Nothing really crazy happening on that, but so yeah, I've got the first notch of flaps in. It's kind of hard to tell where the rudder is, what the rudder's doing, but yeah, just like flaps in at 4,000 feet and RPM back, basically full idle. We're going to go right over the 405. You can see Die Hard is out there, right there. And we're just going to blow right past Santa Monica. The tower even said, like, you can extend as long as you want. So they're used to people coming in from special flight rules and doing this exact thing, which is obviously really nice for us, that they're used to that kind of thing. But it's also unfamiliar for me going in there. So you kind of don't know what to expect, and you just have to hope that it doesn't happen too fast. What's up, Chris? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, Hawthorne. Yeah, I've flown into Hawthorne. Done some pattern work there. Hawthorne, Torrance. So I had never been to Santa Monica. This is the one of the 2 new airports that we flew to on this trip. But you can see how much further out I had to come versus the sim, which is actually kind of surprising because that sim does not slow down really that quickly. You can see we're so much closer to Culver City there, and how much further. I mean, it's not that far, but it's enough. It felt like we were further out. So we're in the sim. We're right over the 405 here. We're hanging out kind of in between 405 and Culver City, and then I made a nice little base here and just made it a big old pattern. Certain Code, what is up, man? Solo cross country Monday to French Valley. That's awesome. That's very cool. And then make the turn here. I think that is Santa Monica Boulevard. I'm not sure. Oh, Phil, I should have waved then, man. And then there is a nice long 4 or 5 mile final, maybe 3. No, it's probably 4 or 5. Looks like 5. This footage actually turned out really good. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Still have the 1 notch of flaps in. I didn't add more flaps. I don't know if that would have made any difference. I just didn't feel like I wanted to slow it down that much. So if I do this again, which I hope to, I'll probably try going 2 notches of flaps and steepening the descent. But when we dropped pretty fast, just with the 1 notch of flaps, and we'll see when I grab second, or that might be second. It's kind of hard to tell with that, with the fisheye lens. But let's see if that is. Yeah, that looks like 2. Yeah, I think that's 2. And then do I grab the third? Is that full flaps? Oh, maybe I grabbed full earlier than I thought. And then now here is Float Town. God, that looks so clear. Hopefully that's clear for you guys too, and it looks super clear on my screen. And land eventually. There we go. What did you do for your 3-stop cross country in SoCal? Mine, I did John Wayne, Van Nuys, San Luis Obispo, Oceano, John Wayne. It was a great flight. It was awesome to have Julia on the radios the entire way. Again, I'm very excited to go through that footage too. So I'm going to try to edit that sooner than later. Unique descent, cool airport. You know, just an awesome awesome airport to finally check off the list, which is great.